What is up, everybody? This is Damron. We're playing Halo Infinite. In this series of guides, we're going to cover all of the collectibles in the games, the UNSC, Spartan, and Banished Audio Logs, Skulls, Spartan Cores, Armor Lockers, Forerunner Artifacts, Propaganda Towers. We're going to get all the Distress Calls, the high-value targets, and the Outposts to get all of the collectible and the miscellaneous related achievements in one campaign playthrough, and I'm going to try to do it in the most efficient way possible so we can get things as we're going and minimize backtracking, which is going to help a lot in the open world portion of the game. Also, throughout the guide, we're going to point out the best places to do all of the miscellaneous achievements. So by the end of this playthrough, all you'll have left is to beat the campaign on Lasso difficulty and whatever difficulty or higher you haven't played on, as well as beating all the main missions in under 8 hours. So we're going to get everything else out of the way. So let's go ahead and get started with the first mission in the game, which is Warship Gbraakon. The very first audio log is actually after the first kind of cutscene. So through that area where, you know, Master Chief is traversing, that's all automatic. You don't have control. And when you finally get control, you're going to be given the very first audio log in the game. So all the audio logs that you collect throughout the game can be found in the database. So if you look over there, this is where you can see them, listen to them later. So we'll go ahead and talk about one of the miscellaneous achievements, and that's by throwing 50 of these fusion coils. So I'll just talk about that right here because these are scattered and littered all throughout the game. As long as you're picking these up and throwing them as you play, you'll undoubtedly get that achievement. You know, if you want to grind it out, you could just kind of redo a checkpoint if you just somehow want to get it out of the way. But keep in mind, you don't even really need to kill enemies with it. You just literally need to throw 50 of them. So do that as you play and you'll get that achievement out of the way. So progressing on to our next collectible, you'll be going up this elevator here. You can't miss it. It's a linear part of the story. And as soon as you get up this elevator, when the door opens, you're going to see our first Spartan audio log. Now when you pick these up, these do say UNSC audio log just like the UNSC ones, but if you go to your database, these will fall into the Spartan category. So this is our first Spartan audio log in the game. So moving on, after we have picked that up a little bit later, you're going to go into this room here. I've already cleared out all the enemies. This is not too far from where we were, but you're going to come into this room. You're going to see these cargo kind of elevators taking cargo up on the right side of the wall. So if you go to the one that's on the middle and go ahead and jump up on the top of one and then just wait here for a second, and when it goes up to the next level, if you kind of turn back the way from which we came, you'll see the skull sitting up on the cargo that's not moving. So go ahead and grab that for our boom skull. Moving on into the level, this is the last collectible of this mission, and that's going to be a Banished Audio Log. So after this kind of cutscene here, you're going to be in this room, and when you regain control, just turn to your right, head down this little ramp here, and once you get to the kind of middle walkway area, turn to the right, and you'll find the Banished Audio Log just propped up against the wall here. So that's going to be the last collectible, and the last thing to do in this particular mission. Everything else will unlock that's story related when you complete the mission. But I hope you guys are finding this helpful. Again, as we go forward, we are going to be doing everything, all of the collectibles, all of the achievements. So hopefully I'll see you in part 2, Foundations.